Today we're reviewing And That's Why She's My Mama by Tiarra Nazario. And this book review is a fairly easy one. I really like it. It's sweet, it's straightforward, it's poetic, it has the rhyming in it, which I adore. It's great for young children. It really engages in the conversation that our mothers don't need to look the same as us. What matters is the actions that they do in our lives and the importance that they make us feel. I really adore the illustrations in this book, as each one depicts a different dynamic between the parent and the child. Whether there are ability differences, racial differences, age, perhaps the parent is represented as an elderly person. Every single image gives a different depiction and a different opportunity for your child or yourself to see themselves in these pages. I really appreciate that. I think that we need more mirroring in our books, in our media, and in the things that we expose our children to. I look forward to reading this book to my children, and I believe this is a great one to add to your library, whether you have adopted children or not. It allows our children to see that not all families look like ours. From a kid's perspective, they expect the rest of the world to be just like their world is. And so it's really good for us to start to interject different stories into our children's minds so they recognize that the world is a lot bigger than our tiny household and that other families run differently than ours, and that is okay, that we are all here doing the very best that we can within our family dynamics that we have, that love looks different. We want our children to know that love can look differently than what love looks like in their small world. There are so many different types of families. And this book is an excellent start to look at what different types of mothers there are. And then there are other books that we can fold in that look at other different types of families, such as the book that I did last week called I'm Adopted, which you can find the link here. For me, the only criticism that I can really come up with would be that the pages that the language is on, that the words are on, felt imbalanced to me. And that's a very, very minor critique, but it is still there. I have a little bit of a graphic design mind, and so it really likes to see balance. And the way that the language or the words are structured on the page is always in the upper third, the upper portion of the page. I perhaps would have liked to see that centered or with some type of imagery on the page with the words themselves. I believe that every child should have a library and access to books. They really open our mind and expose us to other walks of life that we may not have exposure to until we're much older. It's a beautiful way to open up the imagination, to let us dream big, and to really start those critical thinking engines. So thank you for being here. Thank you for thinking about your children's brains and the stories that you interject into them and how that influences them. If you have yet to explore the other half of my channel, I primarily focus on attachment parenting. You can check that out here. Please stick around. It's a great place to learn how to raise kind, good humans. And what a better society we'll have if we can get there. Thanks so much.